got a message for you, Sir Keir Starmer. I delight in the fact that one man has been arrested. I delight in this enormously. But I'm afraid, a bit like Hydra, you cut off one head and another's just going to emerge, because it turns out that international people trafficking is worth far more money. I mean, huge amounts more money than international drug trafficking. And I wonder how many arrests take place every single day around the world for people trying to smuggle in heroin and cocaine and cannabis and amphetamines and fentanyl and you name it, the whole lot of it, all being circulated through ports internationally. Well, that industry now is poppycock compared to the trafficking of people. I say this all the time. It's not just one man, old 44-year-old what's-his-chops and turkey. It's not just him doing all of this by himself. In order to have an industry that sophisticated, where hundreds of thousands, nay, millions of people can move across entire continents, you need a lot of people. You need collusion, corruption, coordination. That's right. You need terrorist organisations where once upon a time, those lovely men in Al-Qaeda harvested a few poppies and sold heroin on the international market to fill their coffers. Do you know what they're doing now? They're printing fake documents. That's how they make their cash money. The Wagner mercenaries across Africa. Oh, not only are they disrupting elections, causing coups and making democratically elected governments tumble. No. Do you know how mercenaries earn their money? They do mercenary things like, that's right, coordinating people trafficking, all the other terrorist organisations. Now, I don't know anything about this guy who's been arrested. Something tells me that he's probably Kurdish and possibly connected to the terrorist organisation, the PKK, because anyone who does a little bit of research into this knows that they are often eyeball deep into what goes on when it comes to moving people across borders. It turns out that they managed to get this guy who was in charge, he was some geezer who was in charge of some boats being brought over from Turkey, stored in warehouses in Germany, and then shipped over to Calais for use of getting over the channel. Well, in Essen alone in Germany, there's at least 20 warehouses full of these boats. 20! That's right. And I doubt they're the only ones. I doubt that international people traffickers have just, one city where they stash their wares. And where did these boats come from? Are they being made in Turkey? Or are they from further afield? Because I read somewhere that they're being custom built in China. So you've got all those countries to deal with as well. So it's great that one person's been arrested. Perhaps it's working, just like the war on drugs. I just wouldn't count on it.